I've got a new detrimental dating trend going around, according to the experts from the dating app Hinge.
Good dating app.
I'm not going to ask you. I was going to ask if you're on Hinge, but I thought that's a bit too personal. You know? You don't have to reveal
I might be
that.
on there.
You don't have to reveal
But
it.
I might not.
You may or may not be on Hinge, and that's up to you to disclose. I'm not going to ask you. But the people at Hinge, some of their experts, have coined a new term for a dating trend that they think is causing issues. They call it fizzling.
Fizzling.
Have you ever been fizzled before?
I can't be sure if I've been fizzled.
Here's what
Sounds kind of fun, though.
No, I assure you it's not.
Oh, okay.
Fizzling is when a date is when somebody you're going out with incrementally puts less and less effort into the relationship until finally it reaches the point where they stop talking altogether and it's fizzled out.
Oh, I've been fizzled.
You've been fizzled?
I've been fizzled, twizzled.
Have you ever fizzled?
I don't know if I've
Have you ever been a
fizzled.
fizzler?
I would never admit to fizzling.
You wouldn't?
Nope.
I think this is, although they're calling it a new dating trend, they just given it a name. And I don't even feel like the name is that new. Like who hasn't said, yeah, we were talking, but it just kind of eventually fizzled out. Yeah. This is not.
You're right.
It's not that new, but it is detrimental. And you can see how it can be a problem because what oftentimes will happen is like, the one person that's getting fizzled is still really into things, but the person who's the fizzler just they got other options,
So what's worse, being fizzled or being ghosted?
So ghosted is just cold turkey, no explanation. Fizzled is, in a sense, you're being led on.
Yeah.
What would be worse?
I think it depends a little bit on like the relationship. The farther along it is, the worse a ghosting is. The earlier on it is, I think the worse a fizzle is.
If it's early on, a fizzle is worse.
Yeah, I think it's worse because they're giving you like a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
As if like this actually could be something where like if it's early on, I don't really care. So just ghost me if you don't want to talk to me, right? I don't want to waste my time.
Right.
But then the farther in you go, then like if it like fizzles, then there's more opportunity there for communication. Where if you just ghost me, then I could be more hurt by it because at that point I'm a little bit more invested.
Yeah.
I would rather you fizzle me out. That way I can clearly see that you're just not interested anymore, rather than just a ghosting where it's just like, what the heck did I just do wrong?
Yeah.
Where earlier on, the ghosting's fine.
I'd love to disagree with you, but I think you're right. I think ghosting, I think fizzling is a little worse because if one party knows that this is just not going to work out and they're just they don't have it in them to actually do a full breakup, and they're also not a ghoster, which is not ideal. If they keep fizzling, it does give you false hope. That's hurtful. But ghosting when you're far along in a relationship, that's a tough one.
That's tough to rebound from.
But early on, I like the ghosting because at least it's clear. You text them a couple times and they don't get back to you. At least you know where you stand.
Boom.
You don't know why, but at least you know that you don't need to hold out on them.
Yeah, you've been cut off.
But the fizzling just keeps you in limbo.
It does. It just makes you feel like there's maybe something there and they're just not a good texter. What's the deal? You don't really get it. And then at the end of the day, they just don't think you're cute.
Yeah. I'll tell you that I'm glad I'm not dating anymore. I'm glad
you wouldn't make it 10 seconds in this dating pool.
Not now. If my wife leaves me, I am going to be in a tough spot. I really will.
You're done for.
Yeah. I won't even get to the point of getting fizzled. I wouldn't even get that chance. But I'll tell you, the reason I am glad I'm not dating, besides that I'd never make it, is because there's just so many things to navigate. There's just so many, there's so many different ways people can hurt you when you start to like them and start to trust them. And so many different ways people can we keep learning new ways that people cut out on you, sometimes slowly and surely, sometimes cold turkey, but every time it still leaves a little bit of a sting. And I'll let you know at the end of the day that when you start talking to God, he's not going to do that on you. It doesn't matter. Your friends, family, people you've gone out with, they can hurt you. They can leave you, but Jesus never will. And so when you do get hurt, you can always turn to him. If you want to know more about what that's about, check out RadioU.com/free gift and just start talking to God. You can do that from anywhere at any time, and he's not going to ghost you or fizzle you or any of that good stuff.
Thanks for watching the worst of the Riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more Riot.